Welcome to another episode of Puro Pinche Sports. I'm your host, Jose Garza, and tonight, of course, I am joined by the man, the creator of People's Debate Podcast. This is my boy, Milton Williams. What's going on, brother?
Hey, dude. How you doing?
Chill, bro, chill. Just what an eventful day one of legal
Yeah,
tampering, right? Big
for
week
sure.
already for NFL. Dang, man. I mean, not much to really like. How pumped are you about NFL news? I mean, I was pumped all day. Freaking those Twitter fingers, my shifty fingers were
Yeah,
going out through the
right.
roof on the
You were
text
doing a
threads.
great job, by the way. Okay, nobody gave you credit in the chat. You were doing a great job of breaking the news because I was not gonna do all that. So thank you.
No
But
problem.
it was fantastic. It was news every single. It seemed minute. There was some kind of meaningful news, even if it was an update on a contract or whatever this case may be. It was a great day just for NFL news, especially nerds like us.
Yeah, well, let's get started, man. Guys, we're gonna go through the legal tamperings, the news, the big names today. If there's anyone you want to talk about or a specific team, we can go ahead put it in a group chat or in the chat, and we'll go ahead and talk about them for a little bit. Angel's in the house. A little Angel. He says, "Yo,
Ooh,
my
ooh,
goats, I'm
ooh,
watching you
ooh,
from
ooh,
jail.
ooh, ooh.
What's going
Ah,
on, man?
wow.
Milton, your turn to bail him out this time, okay?
Ah, right.
A little
It'll
puro,
build
little
character.
too puro,
Human there.
go ahead, bail him out.
Too puro, too
All
puro.
right, guys, let's start it off big. Let's start off how it went this past weekend. Obviously, we can talk about what happened today, but real quick, we didn't really get a chance to it. Max Crosby traded to the Baltimore Ravens,
Oh yeah,
Milton.
yeah.
That's big news over the weekend. He is now the secure pass rusher for Baltimore. Baltimore lost a lot today, though. We'll talk about it in just a little bit. But what are your thoughts on them gaining Max Crosby, bro?
Well, no matter what, it's a positive for Baltimore. I get the picks, sure, but it's Max Crosby, and if it's either going to be a very good decision or it's going to be a franchise changing decision because it just depends what Max Crosby and how healthy he is going
Yep.
forward. But it's all in all a positive, a huge net positive. Just depends on how much of a positive for Baltimore. It's Max freaking Crosby.
Yeah, man. I mean, they gave up 2 first round picks. This year's 14th, next year's 2027 first round pick.
Take it.
So Raiders are feeling really good right now. You got a lot of signings. We'll talk about in a little bit. You got your 14th overall pick. You got the first overall pick that you got because you were the worst team this year. You got yourself a new head coach who just happens to be the Super Bowl champion OC from the Seattle Seahawks. So
Right.
you're feeling really good right now if you're the Raiders. But also, I think for the Ravens side, it should be the same thing. Ravens should be proud and excited that they got something that they struggled with this past season on stopping the run, and now they have one of the top 5 pass rushers in the game today at a lower cost than what Micah Parsons is, and maybe some other players would be. Especially when you're looking at right now the Green Bay Packers, they're letting go of a lot of their defenders
Right.
because of the fact that they have to pay Micah Parsons. But nonetheless, I mean, great move, great choice. Uh, does this move the needle for them to be more of a contender this upcoming season, Milton, for the
It
Ravens?
has to. It has to. I was going to ask you. Well, I think the answer is an obvious yes. But flip the question back onto you.
Okay.
Do you think this could possibly, it's going to sound crazy, but stick with me. It can possibly show to be a negative with something within the organization because of the expectations now. Because last year, me and you specifically, but a lot of other people had this Baltimore Ravens team in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
now with this happening, and especially what's happening with the AFC North around him, this really benefiting Baltimore. Do you think this could possibly be a net negative because of the amount of pressure that is going to be on the Ravens as a whole?
Um.
As a whole, not just Lamar, just the Ravens as a whole.
No. Look, there's going to be expectations of them no matter what. It's been expectations
This
since
is
Lamar
huge
became an.
expectations right now. Huge
But
expectations right now.
when has it not been huge for them? Right? When are we not saying this team can go to the Super Bowl? Like one name changes everything. I don't know, man. I mean, last year Super Bowl, the year before that Super Bowl, the year before that Super Bowl. Whenever you got a healthy Lamar and you had John Harbaugh, you had all these things. In 2023, they were what, top 5 offense, top 5 defense, and they
Sure,
still couldn't get it done. That was the year they got to the AFC Championship game and they choked that one out.
sure.
So there's always going to be expectations for them. And if when there is how what Brew on First Things First says, their SBOB team, the Super Bowl or bust. Well, guess what? If you
Mm.
fail, it's a bust. It's always going to be that situation for them because of how talented they are.
But it's extra. I think it's extra right now, Jose. I agree with you. Like that's just them in general, but I think right now it's added something that we haven't seen before because there's always been a scapegoat with Baltimore, and now the last one's gone, which was Harbaugh. You know what I mean? And that's the legendary one. He's been there longer than anybody on that team that we know, other than obviously the owner. So I
Yeah.
think it's that times. It's just I think the most amount of pressure is right now, and it could get crazy. We'll see. But I do
No,
think that's a side that's not being talked about. Could get yeah
I
expectations.
mean,
Super Bowl. That's it. There's nothing else. No matter
that's what
what.
I'm saying. Like, but like, what? Okay, so it's the same thing as for if you're talking about like the Buffalo Bills. When is Josh Allen or when is the Buffalo Bills with this unit? When's it finally going to get done? Now it's always going to be a big what if. Oh man, if they both never make a Super Bowl or never win a Super Bowl. Hell, win the
Sure.
AFC for one. Just Jesus Christ. I mean, at this point,
Right. Right.
if
Right.
other players are doing it. These guys can't for whatever reason. They're top 3 quarterbacks. So I don't know, man. I get it. Max Crosby coming to the Ravens is big pressure, but at the same time, man, I just don't know. I don't know if because you also got to look at the negative. We saw the negative too. Look at everything they've lost, and that hurts.
Hmm.
That does hurt the team. So I don't know, man. We'll see. Angel's gonna say, not gonna lie, I never got the hype for the last season Raiders. Everyone had them sneaking into the playoffs. I had them going 6-11, 7-10.
Likewise, Angel. Likewise.
That's pretty much where I had them because I was like, maybe Pete Carroll doesn't have a negative record ever in his life, and of course that team just went to sheets.
Yeah.
Alex, I'm not going to put up your comments because I don't care for baseball. This is not a baseball conversation. This is a pure football conversation. But whatever.
Yeah.
What up, fellas? Says Joe, the sports mailman. What an
What's
opening
up,
day!
dude?
Absolutely, bro.
For sure.
Big covering news nonstop. So what else we want to talk about?
Where you want to take it? Where you want to take it? We could go to teams. We could go to
okay.
biggest impact. However you want to do it.
Let's talk about the Avengers assembling another weapon for Brock Purdy. Let's talk about Mike Evans, legend in Tampa Bay. No, 12 years, 12 successful years, Super Bowl champion, is no longer a buck. He has moved on from his services and he's going to the electrical substation known as Niner Nation. 3 years, 60 million, I believe was the numbers, Milton.
Yep, you got
for the 32-year-old. What a move for the Niners, but what a loss for Tampa Bay, who still did pretty good in free agency nonetheless. But how do we feel about Mike Evans going off to San Fran?
It depends on how you want to, which lens you want to look at. Because right now you could look at it with the Tampa Bay lens. I think it's a super sad day for Tampa Bay, no matter what happens next year. I'm not saying they're going to suck or anything like that, but it's a super sad day for them. But San Francisco, I mean, this is just a huge addition that's been well needed for a while now on his style of play and his caliber of receiver, even at his age, as long as, of course, this injury doesn't become like a normal thing, hopefully. So for San Francisco, I mean, if you had to grade it, it's an A. I don't see there's no negative really, other than the years,
Right.
but I'm pretty sure something in the contract that probably wouldn't make sense that I'm just not seeing. But it's mainly for Tampa. Like, I agree, Tampa's made some moves as well, but this is a sad day for Tampa, man. Super sad day for Tampa. What are your thoughts? I don't know how you framed this one. more focused on San Fran or?
Well, for the San Fran side of things, I think it's a great thing because one, you finally get a reliable wide receiver in the room. Sadly, they thought they had that with the pairing of like Debo, Ayuk,
Right.
Jennings, and Pearsall and all this stuff. Then Pearson gets shot, Debo leaves, Ayuk never shows up again to the building, and then Juwan Jennings is ready to go. So now they have a stable guy, a guy that Brock can go to because what happened with Kittle tore his Achilles, right?
Yes.
He's out for the
He's
season.
going to be the
So
number one. Yeah, he was going to have
yeah,
his good year.
and he's already in, and just like Mike Evans, he's early 30s as well.
Yeah.
31, 32 years of age. So now at least Brock Purdy has a reliable wide receiver to go to
Right.
in Mike Evans, as long as he can stay healthy and as long as the substation doesn't get him too. So that's a positive, a net positive for them. The downside for the Buccaneers, it's just that, yes, you had a stacked wide receiver room last year. You had Mike Evans, Emeka Buka you drafted, Chris Godwin you brought back in free agency. You had what the kid's name that they like that was hurt most of the season too, but came back later.
McMillan?
Yes, McMillan, thank you. So you had a good stacked room there, but now here's what I thought was a mistake, because no matter what Mike Evans has been saying for years, I want to be paid what I believe I've earned in my career. So he's been saying that. I think the mistake last year was them bringing back Chris Godwin, because I feel like bringing back Chris Godwin, right or wrong, he's more injury prone than Mike Evans, and that necessarily sealed the coffin of how much bank they could give out Mike Evans.
That's a good point. That's actually a good point. Fair enough. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a negative for Tampa Bay because they lose their own legend. We've all seen what happens when you got a forever guy, one helmet guy there, and now 100% moves away. So
it's a big one.
Yeah. So
San Fran, though, as long as they keep, or they have some kind of plan for Williams, that's another situation. Maybe later. This is all positive for offense that's going to be much more healthy going into next season, next regular season.
And there's a lot of wide receivers still available that you can go and add on stuff as well. So like, let me look, for example, for wide receivers available, and depending how much money they have left, I haven't even checked, but we know Tyreek Hill's available. Juwan Jennings wants the bag, and Joe's in the comments. He said they gotta keep Jennings as well for them to be scared over. It's a mem. Move.
They could get a guy just like Jennings, but I think would come cheaper and he's more reliable in Dobbs. I don't think he's been signed yet.
Not at all. He's a guy that's market value is about 12 million.
Right.
Jennings is about 22 million. I'd rather save 10 mil.
I'll take
get a Romeo Dobbs. Exactly. I don't think Jennings is all that in a bag of chips for the value that he believes he's worth. I don't think so. Right. Angel says no hate, but Mike Evans is not going to hit 1,000 with the 49ers, and that might be very true. Knowing how they utilize CMC. No, I'm just saying because of how they utilize CMC. I'm not saying because he's too much of a bleh. Like I think he'll get it, but it's like more like he'll get it week 18. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like it won't be like a guarantee.
Yeah. It's not going to be a career year for Mike Evans. I think I can agree with that.
No, Joe. Romeo Dobbs is not under contract. He's a free agent.
Free agent, brother.
Yeah. So, and what up, Cody? What up, white tees? We need to get your white tees back on this damn video, brother. Or you can bring that robe back on that you were wearing at the hotel.
Bring that robe out. It'd be too good for us.
No, there's a lot going on over there. So I think we'll see a lot of things. Milton, let's go move on to the next player. Is there anyone else you want to go and talk about, or team you want to talk about?
Yeah, I want to go with the two teams that you said earlier. I'll start with one. You could start with the other.
Yeah.
But I think this team so far, it's way too early. We still got to see everything and all of that. But you know how after free agency is done with, we'll pick a winner of free agency. Right now, the favorite is going to be Las Vegas. Las Vegas and Tennessee are the two teams that's been the most active, I would say. I could be wrong. You could correct me. But I think Las Vegas has been active and been very purposeful in their selections. Yeah, they broke the bank with Linderbaum, the center, excuse me,
Yes.
and breaking the bank with that, it might look a bit off now, but you've seen it. We've all seen it. They're just getting ahead of it, and that's a great pickup that they need for. They're going to bring a quarterback in. That's a great pickup for a freaking young quarterback, right? So, also with Kwity Paye, Quay Walker, N'Kobe Dean, Naylor is a head scratcher for the amount of money, but I mean he's a good receiver, sure. And also Eric Stokes bringing him back. I think they've been very active and deserve a shout out because they're being very purposeful in their decisions. Looks like.
I think when it's you're in a situation where you have to overpay for some guys because you're not a team that people want to go to.
Right,
I get the location. Vegas is a popular location for some people to want to go to, but at the same time, like I'm talking about more like the Naylor situation. You got to really like get somebody. You got to overpay a little bit just to get a guy.
It happens, sure.
Yeah, it happens. And of course, you had a Jacoby Myers. You could just sign him. I mean, really, and realistically, I mean,
way more dependable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Teron Johnson. Just want to add that them trading with Buffalo. I don't know what they got for him, but
it was
nothing significant.
No, they gave up like a day 3 pick. Yeah, they gave up 3
something like that.
Yeah.
Right. But Teron Johnson, when he's healthy, a huge asset. Go ahead.
But for the Raiders, Linderbaum was a great pickup because now it validates that you are trying to protect Fernando Mendoza, who is most likely going to be the number 1 overall pick. And you're shoring up the defense. Like it's Clint Kubiak's team, but you're still securing defense. Like I love the N'Kobe Dean signing. You steal him away from Philly at a cheap rate, 3 years, $36 million. You're telling me Philly couldn't have matched that or wouldn't have done that themselves? That's crazy talk. There's Jalen Naylor overpaid at 3 years, $35 million. Probably yes, especially for a guy who was a well-known wide receiver 3 or 4.
Yeah, he's good, but
but hey, who knows? I mean, at the same time, too, he still will be that area, right? Because you got Brock Bowers as your 1. If you want to put Trey Tucker up there as your 3,
a small 5'8". I mean, I will see. It's too early, but that's the only head scratcher, like I said.
Yeah,
just for me.
I mean, what else have they touched up this? Nothing too
they
crazy.
Got two offensive linemen, and
Quay Walker was an eye picker
for sure. It could go either way. We'll see on how the scheme is over there.
Yeah. Who did he hire as a defensive coordinator for the Raiders?
Oh yeah, look that up. I can't remember.
I'm typing it now. You can hear.
I can't remember that. Yes, I heard.
Rob Leonard. Okay.
Rob Leonard from where?
Rob Leonard. He is.
Rob Leonard. Is that the college? I think that's the college, dude. Right.
Okay, conservative. Well, anyways, before we all freeze up and everything, the other team you were talking about was the Tennessee Titans, who had the 3rd most cap space in the league going into today. Rob Leonard's been on the Raiders team since 2023. He was the defensive line coach and the run game coordinator before he got getting promoted. Okay. Tennessee Titans, though. Wan'Dale Robinson. Who else? John Franklin Myers.
Yep.
Brian Dable, I'll tell you one thing. Brian Dable's getting that offense to look like the Tennessee Giants.
For sure. 100%, dude. 100%. Which is, I think, going to be a positive.
Is it a positive, though? Because that's a team
they have a way better offensive line. Okay. Like without them adding anything.
Yeah, man. It's crazy because I did see that post that said, hey, this is the same roster that got him fired, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's a fair of course, technically that's true, right? But there was other factors with the offensive line being absolutely terrible, especially if Thomas wasn't healthy. This offensive line in Tennessee, even last year, wasn't the best, but is a big difference compared to a different league compared to the Giants last year.
Yeah.
But Tennessee has made a lot of moves, and I do respect it.
Do you like the idea that Wan'Dale Robinson is now hitting up what potentially will be wide receiver 1 opportunities over there because they really don't have the consistency in wide receiver in that locker room? So under $20 million a year, not bad. But
Yeah.
do you see that he's now going to be more or less wide receiver one?
So he might be the target and reception leader as far as if we're like projecting for next year, but I think they're going to add a couple other wide receiver pieces. So he might be the most fed, but he's not going to be like just that X receiver. No, I don't think so. And nothing but glowing about Wando. I think this upcoming year with Cam, he's probably going to have his best year yards wise. I think his yards per catch is going to finally go up. But I still, he's not going to be number one. No, not Wando, not yet. He has to prove something else.
Is Calvin really still on the team? Oh my
Yes,
god, he's
but
still on the team.
he might just be a cap casualty or be too, I don't know, but he's not going to play with the team next year, I don't think.
That's news. That's sad news. Look, it's just stuff. I mean, Cam Ward's. It's gonna be a while, I think, until this team. The real question is this team patient enough to wait on how it develops? Because it's not gonna overturn overnight.
No.
And I don't know, man. I said this when Robert Saleh got first hired. I didn't trust that he should go into a dysfunctional organization that probably will run away in 2 years because this will be probably his final head coaching job. So
As long as I don't think that will occur because I'm pretty sure because Robert Saleh was highly sought after. I'm pretty sure in the interviews, everything was kind of put out there with Tennessee and Saleh. And I doubt that it ends up being a Brian Callahan ordeal because Saleh is a leader of men. Callahan was an X's and O's guys, seemingly. So I don't. I think it'll be fine, and I think they will take some time. Even looking at the moves that they're making, you can tell it's like very strategic. Okay, we just want to make sure that we see what we have, and it looks like they're building comfort. Saleh's bringing some of his guys. Dayball's bringing his guys. It's more like a comfort thing right now, which could be a good thing. I think could be a good thing for them.
Well, we'll see, man. Obviously, we got. Let's look at the chat right now. Cody says, "Yeah, Titans ain't doing shit." Joe says, "Wando and Cam Ward connection is going to be sneaky good next season."
I think so, dude.
You kind of hope so because otherwise there's really not
so.
much. There's not much else going on there, and until they improve that wide receiver room, look at Wanda to get maybe even double sometimes just to make sure they don't got nothing going on.
That would be crazy.
Titans defense still poo poo.
Titans defense still poo poo. Probably they did get Jermaine Johnson, didn't he, from that trade from the Jets?
Yes,
you're
right.
They traded Tavondre Sweat, which is a Debbie Downer. Both teams won really, but they kind of sacrificed something. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh yeah, and they signed John Franklin Myers. They stole him from Denver, which I know upset Trey. He made him a little sad. So
who got Franklin Myers again?
Tennessee.
Right. Good pickup. Very good pickup.
Yes, good pickup for the line. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Cody says Cam ain't that at least. Run game and Pollard is mediocre at best. It depends on how Brian Daboll utilizes it, Cody. It really just does because you're right. Poo with what the team was surrounded by last year. You're right. It wasn't cute. It wasn't sexy. But we'll see. I mean, you're getting Brian Daboll, who's a good offensive mind. He's not head coach this time, so his pure focus is just the offense. Robert Saleh's a really good defensive coach. Still don't know how good he is as a head coach. So, my bad. We'll see how that goes.
Since you brought up Cody's name, you want to talk about Houston?
Yeah, Cody got one of the exciting whites. They got Reed Blankenship off the Eagles. Was there another move that I missed other than that one? They stole the backup edge for Chicago, right? That's about it. Were the only two moves they made? Plus, they, of course, 1 year, $40 million extension to Danielle Hunter. Jesus. So obviously they still got some moves and some people they need to pay, like Will Anderson, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Uh, Milton's gone off screen for a second, so let's see. You guys, Joe says he was looking like an RB wide receiver one when Neighbors went down. True, but there was not many guys to go for Joe, for the Giants there. That Prescott isn't traded because he's better than Tom Brady. What lies are you throwing out there, Angel? Patriots are going to be 11-6. That's mighty nice of you. I don't know what the Patriots are going to be next year because I don't know what we got full roster rise right now. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on there. Angel's asking Milton, did you get a shape up? All right. Joe, shout out to my boy Dag for not folding on the prenup. Yeah, I agree, Joe. I think that was a smart move by Dak. Are you in love with Dak, ma'am, or are you in love with what he brings you? And sadly, it looks like because of her not wanting to sign the prenup, looks like she only loved him for what he had. So good move, Dak. Good move. Honestly, not getting married. Honestly, you got to protect your assets, bro. It just really is. I wanted Reed for the boys. You had a chance. There's a report that said you almost got Nakobe Dean, but except Nakobe Dean said, I don't want to go with y'all, which is crazy talks there. But they picked up the safety from Arizona. Yeah, but I mean, what there's nothing really good coming out of Arizona these days, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, most of the moves are re-signing so far, which I thought most likely would be. Cody, y'all already re-signed Nico, right? Yes, you have, because we saw that post that Alec Pierce's game paid more than him, which is crazy. We re-signed Ingram, which is good. Yep. Patriots will be what their schedule determines. The schedule's going to be tough. It depends what the roster is, to be quite honest with you. And John, I'm waiting to ask, but I don't know what happened to him. He went MIA for a second. So I'm assuming he's taking care of some family stuff. But nonetheless, interesting news out from the NFL so far. I'll talk more about it in a little bit when he comes back. But as far as so far, the biggest winners of day one, I would have to say, you're looking at the Giants. You're looking at KC. We'll talk about that. Pick up in a little bit. Tennessee is not. I'm not thrilled with the Tennessee pickups. Like it's not like, ooh, this is game changing. Like they're also kind of overpaying and whatnot. Like, cool, you'll go from a 3-win team to a 5-6-win team next year. Like I'm not liking the situation. So we'll see. I mean, Tennessee's not all that.
All right,
there he is.
All right, sorry.
No, you go. I was talking to the chat for a little bit. So
good.
Oh,
All right.
That's right. Angel just brought it up. Cody, I forgot about that. Y'all traded for for Monty, but I think we talked about that last week, if I'm not mistaken. So
okay. Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna. Did you already bring up the Reed Blankenship acquisition?
Yeah, I talked about it for a little bit. I was saying how they mainly got re-signings, but Reed Blankenship was a steal they got from from the Eagles. Which are you surprised on how much the Eagles are letting go? The defensive wise, Jalen Phillips has signed with the Carolina Panthers. Reed Blankenship, one of the exciting whites, is now with the Houston Texans. Nakobe Dean is a Las Vegas Raider. So more and more, shout out to our boy Jalen, the Eagles are falling apart defensive wise. I know they just also re-signed the extended Jordan Davis, but where are we going with if we're Philly?
That's a good question. It's a good question, and I don't think we're really gonna know until it gets closer to next season. That's a very good question, and it's a valid question. No hater in you. I think you've been very fair with the Eagles historically, so it's a very good question. Let's wait a little bit because it does look very odd. I don't see any positives. Jordan Davis, great, good, but even for what Houston paid Blankenship, that's doable, dude. It should be, right? I get why you didn't pay Jalen Phillips. You saw the contract. You know what I mean? So we'll jump there sometime, but that's a contract.
But what about because I would have probably signed Jalen Phillips around that same money if I'm the Eagles. But what about
man,
the rumor? What about the rumor that they're letting Jalen Carter be available for trade talks? Like, what is going on? Because Jalen Carter is one of your big bad defensive tackles in the league,
mhm.
and I get it, the spitting, the not necessarily the off the field issues kind of
There's
things worries
behavior
me. Like,
issues there's on field behavior issues.
so like, how much do we like? Should that be a valid thing for them to do? Is to look into maybe trading Jalen Carter, or at least
Sure. If you could get a crazy bag for him, like picks, immediate starter, or young talent, whatever, sure.
but he is the young talent. He's a
I
guy
know
who
you're
played
right.
3 years in the league, Super Bowl champion, difference maker on that line. Like, is it
You're right.
mainly
You're right.
because next year you'll probably have to extend him for a big one?
Right,
Like,
exactly. And he's going to get a lot of money. So, it just depends on his attitude. If he could stay out of penalty trouble, especially unnecessary ones,
yeah,
well, literally unnecessary penalties, then yeah, pay him. He deserves it because you'll be right. Well, you're right no matter what. Or you can get a bag for him, and then there's a lot of nose tackles out there between the ages of young to veterans that would be very serviceable with Jordan Davis right beside him. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's a crazy thing, and that's a bit of a tangent, but yeah, he's not untouchable though. No, for sure not. But Philly, yeah,
Fascinating.
question marks is very fascinating. Philly
I'm
is
looking at
making a lot of weird decisions.
I'm looking at Philly's cap space. They move around, so maybe if they don't, they'll stick around 13 mil. Which, okay, then I guess I can understand why some things they're gonna probably how he's smart, how he's gonna get lost up through the draft. And see, and the big thing with Philly is, AJ Brown don't want to be there. If you want a first round pick, go ahead, make that more available. Make it a little
Mm,
easier for you to get something done. Then
mhm.
you'll really let go of some contract numbers off your books with that stuff. So, oh yeah, I don't know what this means, but do you have a shape up?
Milton, do you have a shape? Oh yeah, I got a haircut. Appreciate that,
There you go.
Angel. You're the man. Thanks, dude.
There you go. There you go. Joe
Appreciate
asks.
that.
Joe asks, what contending teams from last year will not be playoff bound next season after today's moves? I mean, way too early to tell
That's
stuff.
way too early for that, but let's entertain it. Way
Okay.
too good.
If I had to say, and I think Joe probably mentioned it earlier, the Packers. The Packers
Well,
probably
they
the team
always
that,
do this. They always do this. They don't do anything for the first couple days, right?
but if you have to
Business
say
as
how much they've
usual.
lost, like how you're like
Shh.
going by what today's stuff has happened, you lose Quay
Mhm.
Walker, you're releasing Edrin Jones. Um, what else did they lost?
Well,
I
Rashawn
mean,
Gary's gone. Yeah.
Rashawn Gary's gone, so of course everything has to do with having to keep what's that? No, I don't know. I think Green Bay is probably one of the teams that you're looking at. Honestly, I'm not gonna. It might sound crazy to say because schedule and we haven't made much moves yet. Patriots.
I I
Patriots might be a danger of not making the
I
postseason next year.
it's way too
Way
early.
too
I can't wait
early.
to see. I can't wait to
Yeah,
see what we do. But I do. I am. There is a bit distastefulness in what we're not doing. I think right now, and some of the way we let slip away. There's a couple little things there, but yeah, right now it's too early to really answer that, Joe. I ain't gonna lie to you, but if I had to put a team out there, I would put out a team like Tampa. They made the playoffs. They've won the division the last freaking 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I think they're in one of those kind of positions on what they've lost.
you didn't like them signing Anzalone and beefing up that
I do.
defense.
I do. I like it if David comes back, if he can play the entire year, because him and Anzalone would definitely shore up a lot of the midfield issues in coverage this last year. Sure. But losing Jamal Dean and Mike Evans and all that. Nah, yeah, no. So Anzalone, yeah, 100%. Again, I'm on record, love him, but not just him. No,
they did lose their
no.
running backs 2 and 3, and
Yep.
they did gain Kenneth Gainwell off the Steelers,
Which is good. Good.
Yeah,
I
so
think a slick move.
yeah,
Slick move.
so now interesting note. I know we already talked about the Niners a little bit, but we don't know if they're keeping Trent Williams, and they just signed Vidarian Lowe from the Patriots, 2 years.
Yeah,
he is a left tackle. So does this mean he's on the outs?
Hey,
did Mike Evans just make a bust move?
San Fran, listen, Kyle, you better not do it. Look, me and Jose are Patriot fans. If anybody hears this, Lowe is not good.
Lowe is low.
He's good.
Lowe is low.
He is a okay backup when you're playing a bad pass rushing team. Sure, maybe. You better not do this. Don't do it. Because just like Jose said, this whole Mike Evans thing, right, you would love it. Oh, gosh, you would love it. Brock would die. So let's not do that.
Brock's dead.
You just paid Brock. There's going to be now, there's that thing next to Brock now because he's getting paid. You're just going to add extra fuel to that fire if you remove Trent Williams and add just Lowe. You get somebody else, sure, but Trent Williams, I get it, especially he probably wants to be paid crazy. He's not available. He's old. But if you're gonna move on from him, you better not do the Lowe thing.
Now, Cody's asking Chargers as far as teams that will probably miss the playoffs. Actually, Cody, I think the Chargers are going to win the division next year.
Yeah, the defense. I'm still interested to see what they do on defense, though, because
they haven't done anything today.
Yeah, they have not, except Khalil Mack's coming back. That's good, but what else are you going to do?
They got a center. They took the Commanders.
Offensively, I think they're going to be fantastic, and this is going to be that year for Justin Herbert for criticism.
They signed Cole Strange. You
know
I
what?
guess he's
Cody's right. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Cole Strange is horrible. But yeah. No, I think the Chargers will win the division this year. We're going back to earlier. Patriots worries me. Chicago's making good moves. They just got Kobe Bryant from Seattle Seahawks. They also signed who else? Who else did they steal? Chicago, who'd you steal? I mean, Milton just goes whenever we're about to find out about somebody. There was good news. They stole who? Who did they steal? Anyone in chat remembers who the Bears stole today? Good news. The Bears fans love it. Maybe not everyone loves it. That's what happens when I don't have notes. I should be more like Milton. Write notes down. And mom, Kobe Bryant stole him for cheap. Michael Pittman's with the dang Steelers. That's a good one.
Oh, right there, the Steelers. I think they're not making like any crazy moves. We still don't know their quarterback situation and all that. But Jamal Dean, Rico Dowdle, Michael Pittman, bringing back Asante Samuel and Cole Holcomb. Hey, man, that's some fantastic moves right there. It's Michael Pittman Jr. It's a bit biased because I've been watching him for a while, very strategically, and he's the perfect opposing wide receiver to DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf's the guy that's going to go get it, big playability and all that, but underneath stuff and possession wise, it's like hit or miss. Michael Pittman's their guy. It's all about just I need a first down, boom, first down a little bit more, boom, first down a little bit more, first down a little bit more, boom. That's Michael Pittman's thing. That's how he does. That's what he does. So,
but who's gonna throw it to him?
Good point. I don't have an answer for you there. So that all depends. But I mean, they're doing a lot of good in Pittsburgh. But Jose raises a very good point. And
because even Aaron Rodgers' sexual Jeff D. Lujan doesn't want Aaron back. He wants him to retire. So even if that happens, let's say he retires, who are you going with? Are you going with a Mason Rudolph? Are you signing somebody? Are you trading for somebody? What are you doing?
Get Kyler. Best case scenario, Kyler.
Well, if you're Mike McCarthy, because he's the head coach of the Steelers now, that's weird to say, and it's not
it's different.
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
It's weird not to say Mike Tomlin.
Sure.
Does Kyler fit your scheme? We've been talking about Kyler probably not fitting KOC's scheme. Does he fit Mike McCarthy's scheme?
I think so. I think he can do Aaron Rodgers-ish stuff. Just ish, not fits like a glove, but Aaron Rodgers kind of stuff Kyler can do. Kyler has all the quarterbacks that are available, the most upside, and the floor is the highest. We've seen bad Kyler, but it's not like, oh, Daniel Jones bad, Sam Darnold bad, Geno bad. And when we see those kind of bad, that's a different kind of bad. That's a really bad. Kyler's bad. It's just like, why did he throw it away? Why did he throw it away again? Damn it. Oh, he could have ran. He didn't run.
I don't know if he wants to go and play and see Max Crosby twice a year. I don't know if he wants to go see Myles Garrett twice a year. Yeah. That might be a thing. I know Joe Burrow. I know Joe Burrow might die because there's 3 guys that's going to try to kill him. But
you know what? Okay. Speaking of Joe Burrow, let's go to Cincinnati real quick because I think Cincinnati made 2 underrated moves. Adding Boy Mafe and Brian Cook, 2 very good defenders. Those. I do. Okay. They're not great. Yeah, Super Bowl. But
it's serviceable.
100% from what they had. You got Boy Mafe, not a great pass rusher, a very good run stopper, okay coverage, but all around good edge that you can put on the opposite side of I can't think of the young guy that they got in last year's draft, whatever him. And then Brian Cook. Yes, thank you. And then Brian Cook to solidify the safety room with Geno Stone still over there, I think. I mean, beautiful. And they kept Golden, their defensive coordinator, which, he did okay, but it's good. They don't have to start over again. Yeah, that was pretty underrated stuff for Cincinnati. I wouldn't normally say anything good about it, but
you probably still don't have to be fair. I mean,
to be honest, to keep it all in context to what you were talking about, yeah, Joe Burrow's it's rough. It's a rough place to be. Yeah. Joe Burrow.
Cody says the Chargers are going to be the Bengals 2.0. I don't think so. Not with Jim Harbaugh there. I don't think they're going to be like that. I think they'll be fine. I think the defensive stuff that I know the only thing they did was re-sign Khalil Mack for 1 year, $18 million because
for sure.
But you still got Derwin James. You're still a good defense.
Decent. I think there's not great concerns. There's concerns. They better do something. They're not doing nothing now. That's fine, but they better not be banking on.
Well, to be fair, there's a bunch of names that haven't even been brought up, and there's
correct.
What if they get a Devin Lloyd? What if they steal that one?
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
There's still so much names. We haven't heard anyone talk about Trey Hendrickson yet. No one's talked about that yet, and I get it because he's very expensive. But there's a lot of names out there. Cody brings 100%. Up an interesting one. Is Carolina back to bottom after losing Rico Dotto?
No.
What did Rico Dotto side to?
Rico Dotto went to. Dang it! We just talked about it. We just said it.
Not Pittsburgh,
right? Yes, Pittsburgh.
It was Pittsburgh.
Okay. Yes, Pittsburgh.
Okay, so that was Pittsburgh. So yeah, we need
again
to know
great for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's doing good. Just don't know who's throwing into them. As far as Carolina going down to the bottom because they won the division last year at 8-9, I don't think that drops them down to the bottom because Chuba Hubbard is still really good running back. Not as Rico Dotto great, but he's still good. It's just that dynamic didn't work well because they didn't know who to count as RB1, RB2. But when Chuba Hubbard's RB1, he does really well. It's fine. The real question is Bryce Young the guy? And that's the real question that this year is going to have to follow up. Can Bryce follow it up with a positive season? They signed Kenny Pickett to be his new backup. They're letting Andy Dalton walk, I'm assuming. So I think Andy Dalton will be elsewhere, maybe as a backup for who knows who.
Sure.
But uh, I don't think they go to the bottom necessarily yet because New Orleans Saints still exist. But New Orleans Saints probably still have a little more upside right now with the loss of they're going. But I don't know if that necessarily means Carolina goes to the bottom just yet.
Yeah, I don't think, especially just because of that move, Rico Dowdle's not gonna change your team like that, in my opinion. No offense. He had a great 2 game, especially run in a row, but I'm not gonna do that one. What team
Yeah,
did you just say? I wanted to talk about him as well.
New Orleans Saints.
The freaking Saints, dude.
Okay,
I
talk
think
to me.
the Saints are doing something smart for the future. Like they are slowly but surely building the offensive line and making the offensive line like respectable. They have great 2 young tackles. When the center's healthy, McCoy, he's fantastic. You bring over David Edwards, a very serviceable guard. You can move him left or right, honestly.
Yeah.
And then you bring over Travis Etienne, a bit much as far as the years. You know what I mean? I think Etienne had a fantastic year. I thought about him in the beginning of the year, but I think that's a great move. Noah Fant he's still what he could be. He's like a potential guy still, and that might not be good, but still, it's a positive. I think New Orleans is solidifying future progress, and I respect it because New Orleans, you were going to say, sucks. They still will probably, but they're doing a lot of future building, it looks like. Really getting away from the ain'ts, you know?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Chris Olave, he didn't get franchise tagged, right?
Olave is still under contract, I believe.
Is he? Was he a first round pick? Was he a 5th-year option? I thought they didn't pick up his 5th-year option. This was his 4th year. I thought they skipped on picking his 5th-year option up.
Nah, I think. Well, let me check, dude. I'm pretty sure. I could remember. Yeah, he's definitely not a free agent.
Oh, they did pick up his 5th-year option. Okay,
they did. Okay,
they did. Okay, it was last year they picked it up.
And good call for New Orleans. See, smart move.
He had a good year.
You know,
that was a smart move because if he was a free agent, it'd be crazy.
Yeah. Oh, Cody, he would get paid.
Cody response says, I feel like they only made the playoffs because of Dotto explosion last year. They're gonna that gone. I don't see them making it. I don't think it was just necessarily that Dotto had an explosion because his explosion was limited to like a month worth of stuff. Or like 4 weeks total stuff. The reason why they made it is because Tampa Bay had a huge downfall. Tampa Bay started hot at 7-2. Then they went on to finish the season like 2-7 or something like that. They only got like 2 wins after playing the Patriots. So they had a huge downfall, and that necessarily what got Carolina up. It wasn't necessarily because Dotto was a helpful instrument to winning those games against the Packers, Cowboys, and stuff like that. But it wasn't because they didn't make the playoffs because of him. It was nowhere near that, respectfully.
He was the main reason for those wins that Jose just named. So if that's what your point is, Cody, I hear that. I totally get that. I agree.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I mean, next year you got Atlanta, you have Tampa that are going to come back healthier and younger. So we'll see. And again, that Bryce Young situation, I don't know what he is because he plays great against the Rams, but he doesn't play like that every week. So what is Bryce Young? And let's say right now, Milton, if the Panthers decide we're gonna extend Bryce Young for a big contract or whatever, 50 mil, whatever, huge mistake. I think that's where the downfall really begins.
Yeah. They need another year to really see if Young is going to be the franchise quarterback. That would be a big downfall if they just kind of jump the gun. I did have a question for you, Jose. We didn't talk about him yet. What do you think of obviously it's a positive, so I don't want to hear that. But Miami Dolphins getting Malik Willis. Seem on a good like the money wise, good contract, especially if he's good.
Yeah.
If he ends up being the starting quarterback, it's a very, very good contract. But what do
Who's
you
the
think of the
competition?
move?
Quinn Ewers.
Quinn Ewers and who knows, somebody maybe in the draft has a good whatever. But what do you think of the move? And other than just being a positive move, do you get the what do you see upside with Malik Willis? I never even asked you how you even feel about Malik Willis. You
So,
think it's going to work? What do you think?
so last week when the guys were talking about on the People Debate episode, Marco and Alex are like, "Oh, Malik Willis is gonna fit great. You know, he comes with Green Bay. They got a Green Bay coach. They got a Green Bay GM. All this stuff." Remind me again, who's the head coach? A defensive guy. Who do
The
you bring
Green
in
Bay
as a
Packers, DC. I
yeah?
can't even
Whose
think of it.
whose
I'm not a
name?
fan of it.
Laffy
Nah,
Taffy.
Jack, Heffley. I found it. Halfley, Jeff Halfley. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
what did he bring in as an OC? Let me see real quick. I'll look it up. But Bobby Slowick is still there. Good Lord have mercy. Has Cody never been true about Bobby Slowick and this one like 5 moves of doom motherfucker?
Yeah,
Malik Willis,
good. Forget this guy, dude.
he's all right.
He's
Look,
okay. Yeah, he's just not bad.
He's not Mike McDonald, okay? Or Mike McDaniel, sorry. I don't like the move for Malik. I think Malik's fine. I don't think he's all that in a bag of chips. I feel like everyone's overrated him as far as saying like he's this great athlete. Last year, Alex was saying, "Oh, he played better than Jordan Love and all this other stuff." When you're no, Jordan Love has more tape, so teams are prepared for him. Malik Willis doesn't have tape. I'm sorry, like respectfully, because the years that he has been with Tennessee and blah blah blah, and he is not this threatening guy that I'm gonna be so afraid for like the Patriots or Buffalo to see them twice a year. Like, yes, he could run the ball and do this other stuff that like a lot of guys like the mobile quarterback stuff, but I don't know what he's gonna do with a 17-year season. I don't know what he's gonna do when the pressure's on him all the damn time. Respectively, he's been a career backup. He's had this 1 year where he was gonna be the starter in Tennessee, and then they benched him, and then they rebrought him back, and yada yada yada. So I don't know, man. I think Malik Willis, for what he's getting paid, it's fine. What the guarantees is only like 15 million a year, but I think it was like 3 years, 67 million, something like that. It's not a big deal. I mean, what is this team gonna do anyways? They're under the cap because they just absorbed 99 million dead cap from freaking Tua. So that's not gonna do anything for them. Jalen Waddle's still there, Devon Achane, that's great. Other than that, what are we talking about, really?
Good. Sorry.
No, I think he could have done with a better situation for himself, like going to an Arizona or going to a different team that can actually compete to at least protect him. Miami's not going to be able to protect him, for one. So let's go with that. This team is not going to go anywhere. What they get last year, 8 wins because of Tua and Devon Achane. I'm going to take 2 wins off of that because they signed Malik Willis and whatever he's going on. Take my 2 wins off.
Ooh, whoa, I like that. Oh, I'm glad I asked that. So glad I asked that. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not too. I don't have strong opinions either way about Malik Willis.
Breaking news.
Go ahead.
Devin Lloyd has signed with the Carolina Panthers.
Damn.
3 years, 45 million. What a steal.
3 years, 45 million?
Wow. 15 a year. You tell me, Pages, you couldn't do that? You couldn't match that?
Come on, Pat. See what I'm saying? I'm getting pissed
God. Off. Okay, Cody, the Panthers' downfall is not going.
No, that's a very good move by Carolina.
Jalen Phillips, 3 years or 4 years, 30 million a year.
Devin Lloyd in the middle.
Devin Lloyd, 15 million. Oh my God.
Franklin Myers.
Oh. Patriots you could have offered him 20. You could still steal it. He hasn't signed anything yet. Steal it. Come on, steal it.
Man, that's something. Yeah.
That's a big move.
That's huge. That's huge for. Get out of here. Devin Lloyd. Respect to him, man.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Well,
okay.
Malik
So no, I
Willis.
I don't believe in the downfall. But Malik Willis, go ahead, Milton.
No, no. I just when I look at Malik Willis, I unfortunately see a lot of Justin Fields, and so it's just I don't. He was very good with Matt LaFleur because he was very conservative, and he had that one very very good game. But that's just.
One.
And when you look at his stats, like yards per attempt, it's so high, you know it's not sustainable. Not saying that he sucks, but just
No.
it's like you said, my main negative is the protection. Like Aaron Brewer is a good offensive lineman, and then that's it. What else do you have? You don't have anything else to protect him. You need to protect a guy like Malik Willis because that's why he failed in Tennessee. They couldn't protect him. He got scared after the first rush, or if the first option wasn't there, he just took off running. You know what I mean? So we'll see how he goes. I love it. Sounds very good. Malik Willis, Devon Achan, and Jalen Waddle as a talent that's going to be on the field at the same time. But without an offensive line, it's not. It's not going to look like what a lot of people think. Devon Achan probably can make Malik Willis look very, very serviceable for a while because of the threat, but Devon Achan also has a couple injury issues. So
Yeah.
if he starts getting hurt, well, then there goes that. So, uh, yeah, all in all, it's I get it for Miami. It's not really a big risk for them, and they're freaking rebuilding, so they should have all the patience in the world.
Yeah, Cody says it's his first big contract. He just smart, took the bag. Yeah, I mean, nothing's on him. He's fine. It's probably gonna be his only big contract. He's not gonna respectfully, he's not gonna succeed enough to get anywhere higher. But yeah. Angel says, just heard J.K. Dobbins re-signed with the Broncos. He did 2 years,
Yeah,
20 million. Good for the Broncos because I guess they couldn't really get anywhere else as far as the running back game because you saw
good for
ATN
them.
gone,
Right, good
Kenneth
for them.
Walker. So they
They
just locked
should.
up a guy that's solid for them.
That was That was more than solid, right? And of
Yeah,
course,
true, true.
it's a big what if because he didn't stay healthy. But if he would have, or if he would have reversed, been hurt in the beginning, and then ended off healthy, he could have been a huge factor for this team in the playoffs. Obviously, with a healthy Bo Nix.
Healthy Bo, healthy JK. The things we'll
Yeah,
never know, but
yeah.
the Broncos fans will cry about forever. Uh,
Mm.
Milton, I did want to ask, how do you feel about some of the three big signings and re-signings? And this comes from the Giants. John Harbaugh gets back as they're likely. They get Jermaine Edmonds from the Bears, and they re-sign Jermaine Elaminior back onto the team. How do you feel about the Giants moving forward? Because they're a team that, if you get a healthy Cam and healthy Neighbors back with a Jackson Dart, that's going to be better his second year. I would assume so.
You should,
Hopefully,
right?
less concussed.
Hmm.
Um, how do you feel about the Giants' pickup so far and what direction they're going with?
No, it's a good call. I don't know why I didn't give him a shout out. So good call. But I like it could again be a biased take, but I like Tremaine Edmonds, obviously. I think he's been kind of a factor. We've been talking about it, you kind of see it. But I think he fits what the defense could be to me. Because the Giants, you got a giant freaking athletic linebacker in Tremaine Edmonds. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Seems like it. Isaiah
Yeah,
Likely being able to stretch the field, especially when Malik Neighbors comes back. That's a good pickup. I don't know how utilized he'll be with Jackson Dart, but Jackson Dart did use the tight end when he was playing last year, so maybe that's a
yeah,
good thing. But yeah, overall, nothing but positive things from the Giants. Giants are doing what they should be doing right now.
yeah.
Seems like. Seems like. What was
Uh,
the
go for it.
team? I'm trying to think what the team was that I wanted to ask you about. It's not Las Vegas, no. Oh yeah, yeah,
AFC.
yeah. Nah. So I predicted it when we were talking about. I don't know what we were really talking about, but I remember saying, "Oh, Kenneth Walker, it would make sense if he went to Kansas City," and now he's
Right.
in Kansas City. Now that that's been said, do you contract wise? I think it was a good contract. So I think I don't even know how Kansas City did it, honestly. But shout out to Kansas City for doing it. If when Mahomes is the quarterback, don't you think offensively this puts them over that little hump that they've been over? When I say that little hump, you know that where there was no consistency. It was Mahomes or bust. Now you have Kenneth Walker. When being utilized, hey, guess what, guys? He could be a top 10 running back if utilized. But but what do you think about the move in general overall?
Well, I think this is a good move for a returning Eric Bieniemy. I know he doesn't play call, but I know he preps this team perfectly to be stable and not and be disciplined. That's where Neil Nagy really lacked as far as like getting these guys disciplined and all this other stuff, because you can see it in the team, like they really didn't try to be consistent and stuff like that. So I think this is good for them. What I do think is a negative though is that yes, you sign him to a great deal. I think it's like $14 million a year. You bring back Travis Kelce for I would assume his swan song 1 year, $12 million.
Sure.
But you still have questions about this damn wide receiver room. Rashid Rice is still in potential legal trouble to the point where we don't know if he's going to really be on the team playing next year. And if there's anything about going to courts about the alleged stuff that he's done, is he going to go through another commissioner suspension type ordeal? And what does that do for the locker room? They haven't really signed anyone else really just yet. It's again legal tampering days, only day one. There's still more time to go. For all we know, Stephon Diggs is going to be on the team.
Right.
But there's not stability just yet. Like Marco said, he acknowledges it as a Chiefs fan, what he said last week. There's still probably time, a few years before they finally are back in their normal range, about 2-3 years more or less. So I like the move. It's good. He's young, 25. It keeps the pressure off Mahomes having to feel like he needs to run it all the time, because he will bring consistency. You all guess what, Milton? The other issue is as well, they have yet to sign O linemen. What's the strategy for the draft? Because you're letting Jawan Taylor go. I think they traded or they let the other guard go, something like that. So it's just Creed Humphrey and then
Tyler Smith and
your rookie left tackle. So,
wait, or Smith, Trey Smith, excuse me.
Trey Smith. Oh, no, isn't Trey Smith a free agent?
They signed him during the season.
Did they?
Got a bit, yeah. He got like a 4 or 5 year. He's paid. He's paid now.
He's
good. He's solidified. Yeah.
Smart
for sure.
Okay.
Look, one other little question when it comes to the free agency, at least thus far. The teams that are all in, seemingly, that they're what you can assume, of course, is they probably see the window closing for these all-time quarterbacks. Baltimore Ravens, Buffalo. Buffalo's all in is a bit different shown than Baltimore. Baltimore did something they haven't done since, what did they say, like 1996 or something crazy like that? No. So Max Crosby, right, for Max Crosby. And again, like we said earlier, you asked, I think that's a fantastic move no matter what. It just depends how good is it going to be at the end. Buffalo, everybody's been saying, give Josh Allen another freaking weapon. Give him a freaking weapon, please. Now they give him DJ Moore. And DJ Moore, sure, we don't know what DJ Moore this is. But even if he's last year's DJ Moore, that's an upgrade from any receiver that Josh Allen had last year. So do you think either of them and or both of them are closer to Super Bowl aspirations? Because it is what it is on that. Like that's the only aspirations for both of these teams. Mainly the quarterbacks. Excuse me.
Go ahead. Padre, Hijo, Espíritu Santo. Man, bye. As far as Baltimore and Buffalo, Baltimore, yes, because you can see that they're trying to. At least I would say as far as defensively, because I think Jesse Minter is the right call for them moving forward. You can see it. They're trying to like bring back that gritty defensive style back into the team.
Mhm.
Buffalo, I'm glad they got DJ Moore. I think it's a great move for not just the Buffalo Bills, but for DJ Moore himself. He's been looking for a consistent quarterback one, a great one that will actually get him the ball. He hasn't had that in his career. He's had a one great year with Justin Fields, and everyone thinks Justin Fields is all that. And when I mean everyone, I mean Alex and the Chicago
Mhm.
Bear fandom.
Yeah.
So there's good marriage there, but I don't love the coaching hire, the Joe Brady hire. I don't love
Okay.
them basically paralleling what they already were before.
I
So
agree.
I don't have a lot of confidence in Buffalo.
Oh,
Baltimore, I say great because they're going on the high defensive side, but they did lose likely. They did lose Linderbaum, who why they didn't freaking exercise his 5th-year option. I still don't
yes.
understand.
Yeah.
So what are you really gonna be protecting Lamar? Now at the end, does this mean it puts him in the hump where I think I'm gonna be picking him for the Super Bowl? Respectfully, no, for both
Mm.
teams. No,
Both of
because
them.
both of them. Because I don't like the parallel shift for Buffalo, and I don't like where Baltimore is kind of giving up too much on one side to build up the other. I like them when they're
Mm.
both balanced.
Mhm.
And that's where I feel like Baltimore is giving up. Now let's see what the rest of free agency does. As
Of
of right
course.
now, it doesn't feel like it, but maybe later it'll be better. But right now, today, 9/12, March 9th, no, it doesn't feel like either team have leaped over the hump just yet. I
What
need I need
what
I need more answers to be. I'll have a lot more questions and I don't have the answers yet.
what about same question but to the Rams? Rams also, you can tell that they're all in this year. Like they're going all in. They're doing what
So
they have to do.
so so with the Rams, they traded for Trent McDuffie. They gave him 124, 31 million a year contract. They also signed Jalen Watson as well.
Right.
So they're getting all the Chiefs secondary. That's okay.
Mhm.
I don't know if Devontae is going to come back. I think he's a free agent now.
He's a free agent. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and if you do bring him back, that's good news because
That's
the
what
offense
they
will
do.
stay great.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know, man. Obviously, as long as they're healthy, they're okay. But there's nothing that I feel like. I feel like for them, it's just like okay, maybe a little up,
Mhm.
right? But it doesn't feel like they've changed to where like, oh, their secondary is not going to be an issue no more. Sam Darnold shouldn't put 350 yards on them again. Well, I don't think that's consistent, anyways. But still, at the same time, um, I guess right now, a month after the Super Bowl, which is crazy to say, um, and we're only in the start day one. I don't feel like anyone's really moved up into saying Super Bowl status, Super Bowl favorites, and
Mm.
all this. I feel like
Okay.
everyone is falling into um just a neutral zone. I think in the end too, it's also going to come down to the draft and
Sure.
and of course day 2, day 3, week 2, week 3 of free agency and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Right now, I don't love the Rams moves per se. Like that's cool. You got the Chiefs secondary. What does that? And now you're over. For me, you're overpaying McDuffie for a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the highest
Sure.
paid corner in the league.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I
Okay. So nobody. I like that answer. Right on.
even
I'm not mad at
Seattle.
that.
I don't even. I know they re-signed Josh Jobe and Rashid Shaheed. I don't. I'm not loving what they're doing, but they already got coached well. I don't know what the new OC is going to be like. So there's nobody impressing me so far to be like, yeah, Super Bowl, here you come. Like,
Okay.
you
Right
know what
on.
I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I thought I'd ask that, but yeah, I couldn't. I don't disagree with the take. The Jets are somewhat interesting. Getting what did they get? Demario Davis and Minka Fitzpatrick,
Joseph Osai.
Joseph Asai. I think the two, mainly Fitzpatrick and Davis, being the like two veterans on two separate, one in the secondary and one towards the in the box. Sometime, most likely. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a interesting-ish move. I think it's interesting because I'm assuming that they do believe in. I can't think of his name. The coach, head coach.
for
Jets.
Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, I think they do believe in Aaron Glenn because they're. I'm assuming the additions that they've made, especially the money
I'm
that
gonna
they
tell you right
spent,
now. By
is
by
because of
week
Aaron
10,
Glenn.
by week 10, they won't be believing him when they can him.
No, I believe it. I don't think Aaron Glenn's a good head coach. I don't think so. Yeah,
No.
it's too early, sure, but I don't think he's a good head coach. But I think that a lot of these moves are his call. Of these beefing up, kind of like putting leadership in those main positions of need. And
Yeah.
that's a different kind of call versus like young talent or drafting or that kind of thing. I believe that overall the conclusion is going to be what you just said, but I do think they are backing Aaron Glenn uh, in this so far this uh, free agency
Well, they
period.
have the second overall pick. They better do something with it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
Um,
that's all I have.
Angel says, "I'm shocked no one wants Dak. I know he's a Cowboy and staying, but someone should try to trade for him. These teams are dumbasses. Well, he has no trade clause, so no one can ask for him.
Right. Even if you
um,
wanted, yeah, that's not no.
I don't know why Giants got Isaiah Likely. I thought they were trying to score touchdowns. Hey, I mean, if the refs had eyes, that
That's
he would
funny.
have had more touchdowns last year.
That's a good one. That's pretty funny.
Um, it's okay. Last time he got suspended, I think Rasheed Rice, they went 15-2. They're going to the playoffs again. Well, he played those games. It was the year after where they went like
Yeah.
6-11, where they didn't. So, uh, Angel says, I have a question. What happened to Alex? First he turns black, now he's gone. Well, Alex is watching the World Baseball Classic right now. He never turned black, to be fair. He
Yeah, I don't know
wishes
where that came from.
he
I
wishes
don't
he
know.
was black. He tries to be black, but
Oh man.
he ain't any of that. And Cody
That's funny.
says Aaron Glenn is a effing joke.
He
Yeah,
is, man.
he
I think
won't be
so.
a head coach for long, to be fair. All right. One thing we didn't talk about, which what did we talk about? How much did we talk about Alec Pierce? Did we talk about Alec Pierce?
We didn't. I wanted to save it for you. I think I have different of opinion. But
All right. So Alec Pierce got signed for 4 years, $114 million, if I'm not mistaken, or
mhm,
something like that. Something crazy.
mhm.
For the love of God, who allowed him to get this overpaid? And I'm very happy the Patriots didn't overpay for Alec Pierce. Alec
Mhm.
Pierce, respectfully, hasn't shown to be that guy. He's shown to have bursts and all this other stuff, but that's the
Mhm.
quality of a wide receiver too. That doesn't show. That ain't, and that's the money of a wide receiver one right there, Milton. And that's not
No,
the
for
money
sure.
out.
For
That's not
sure.
the money I'd be willing to give him. The fact that he is now the ninth highest paid wide receiver in the NFL, that's
Mhm.
insane. For what? 1 year out of 1,000 yards?
Well,
Excuse you?
it's potential with him. I get your point. I do. But the last 2 years, yards per route run, he's been number one or
Uh,
number two both times. But last 2 years, not just this last year, he finally got utilized a bit more. So I think it's really just them forecasting what Alec Pierce is. And for the Colts to be the deciding factor and him going back to Indianapolis, I'm pretty sure they know the potential. It is just potential, to be fair, but I think that's why. It's not like he's the ninth high. Everybody that's top whatever 10 paid doesn't mean you're the best in the top 10. But Alec Pierce, I think, is mainly just off potential. And I think he'll show it, man, depending on who the freaking quarterback's going to be. But I think he'll show it because he
well,
is
apparently
a.
someone offered Daniel Jones $100 million and he turned it down. So
First off, I hope that's not real. What I think you posted, if he thinks he's gonna get look at me,
50
because y'all
million a
think
year.
yeah, you're right. Y'all think I ride for him, right? Let me look
You
into the
ride,
camera.
you
Let me look into
ride
the
for
camera
him.
real quick. So listen, Danny, if you think you're gonna get 50 mil, you probably will. You probably can. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're ruining everything for even fans like me. I'm gonna stop rooting for you. You know what I mean? So let's just 50 mil a year, you're not that. And I I had the highest praises because I saw the game plan. And I think you should go back to the game plan, but not 50 mil. Because then the game plan is going to get real muddy. You're not going to get the same pieces. We can't do this. We cannot do this, brother. We have to see the success story so I can gloat. And I'm not going to be able to see the success story if you get 50 mil. So don't do it, please. That's it.
You're a $35 million worth player. You ain't
35, yeah, sure. Yep. If he got 40, I would say, damn, they might be doing too much.
He's in the Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield shit. That's where you put him. 50 mil is getting greedy, and this is what the problem. This is why I knew motherfucker greedy.
I hope
that's
not.
why
I don't know.
Danny Pennies is greedy as fuck. That's why he took a 40 mil a year deal with Giants when he knew he didn't damn deserve it. Now he wants 50. Now he wants 50. What does he do? What did he do? He didn't do shit.
Well, he made him look
finish the season.
Yeah,
finish the season.
Sure.
You ain't gonna play next year anyway, so you want to guarantee 50 mil now? Get the fuck out of here, kid. Oh, hell no. Must be out of your damn mind. Something but to fucking UFL. Good fucking hell.
One thing, because you mentioned Green Bay potentially being a loser. They probably will be, but they always do this in the beginning, so I'm not really tripping on it. I do like how they added Zaire Franklin, because they still have Adrian Cooper, right? If they have Cooper, the young talent, they better not. Okay, listen. If they do that, that's stupid. I don't think they're doing that. There's no way they do that. There's no freaking way. If Cooper stays and Zaire Franklin now is in the building, hey, man, that's a very good linebacker tandem. Oh, that's very good. Middle of the field, good luck. Good luck.
Where did Green Bay let go then? There's someone that they let go.
They let a couple people go, but not Cooper. That would be just completely idiotic. No way. Shout out to Dallas Cowboys too. Rashawn Gary, Jalen Thompson, two pretty good moves for their defense. Their defense sucks, so that's a good two defensive moves. That's good. Cleveland Browns, hey guys, I got to tell y'all something. They're really going to suck this upcoming year. They spent money on 2 offensive linemen, and they overspent on both offensive linemen. For what? They're going to suck. So, unfortunate news for Cleveland.
The Titans are the favorite to draft running back Jeremiah Love. What is it? The third overall pick? Fourth overall pick?
That would be nice, huh? That would be good.
That could explain why the Chiefs didn't wait for the draft. So
he wasn't going to fall. Yeah, he wasn't going to fall.
Yeah, it's a 9-9. So yeah, that wouldn't be bad, honestly. If Jeremiah Love goes to Tennessee, doesn't solve their issues. They still have a lot of issues, but
just offensively, it'll be more fun. It would be much more fun to watch. 100%. 100%. That's all I got.
So we'll see. But yeah, there's not much to go on. Owe went to Commanders. Good for them.
Yeah, needed a pass rusher. Good.
Mm-hmm. Not good for him. He's not going to make the playoffs, I don't think. I don't know.
Nah, Washington looks like they suck, man. Yeah, they can eat way more than just that on defense.
Jarchaco says my Broncos lost Dre Greenlaw. Yeah, that's a loss. I don't know what the reason behind that is, but I don't know why
they cut him.
They cut him. They released him.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding. Hours ago. They ain't new, but like new news, but yeah. Oh. I know Trey was sad too. Dre Greenlaw, I don't know why. Was it the injury? Was it the money? I don't know, but I didn't like the move. I didn't. Trey's mad because he's a Broncos fan, and the Broncos really haven't made anything other than the JK move today. So, but in releasing Dre is crazy.
Wow. Yeah, I threw me off. Yeah. Okay. Oh man. Okay. Patriots, come on. Let's go get Dre Greenlaw, dude.
They did re-sign Alex Singleton. That's good for them.
Yeah, that was good. Good for that's for the morale in the locker room. That's for the morale for sure.
I don't think the Patriots are going to go for Dre Greenlaw. Respectfully, not that he's a bad player. I think he's a really good player, but I think people question after the whole Achilles thing. Maybe that's why Denver did it. I don't know, but
maybe.
I don't know.
Sure.
Angel thinks, to be honest, seems like was cut because of the money. They restructured other players' contracts and then cut Dre. That could be it. If he wasn't willing to restructure his contract, that could be a reason why. Where are they in the cap right now? They're 18th with 18 mil.
Right. I was gonna say they were not great, but they're not terrible.
Not terrible, but not where. Sorry, Trey, you're not going to get the big signing like you expect the Broncos to get. The Broncos tend to do really well coming from the draft, so expect the Broncos to do the same again this year. But Milton, what a day one! What an interesting day. We may get more news tomorrow. We don't know just yet, but tomorrow night, guys, me, Milton, and Chad will be recapping UFC 326. That boring mother effing fight. That a lot of people are coining it right now. I'm not saying I am. I'm saying a lot of people are.
Fair, and it's a pretty funny tag. That's pretty funny.
And also, we'll also talk about the UFC White House card tomorrow night as well.
Yeah,
what we feel about it. Are we excited? Are we disappointed? Breaking news: the Cowboys are re-signing Sam Williams, 1 year, $3 million. Okay, well, don't know if I really need to announce that one. That wasn't that big of a news, but
it started coming out. He said. Sam, okay.
I started reading it, and I'm like, it's getting more disappointing as I go on.
What am I talking about right now?
By the way, what a steal this is, and this is going back to what Cody said. Rico Dotto signs for 2 years, $12 million.
Dude,
what a steal!
That's what I'm saying. With Pittsburgh, your point on the quarterback, 100% justified. If they get a decent quarterback, man, even Aaron Rodgers come back, that is so sweet. Such a sweet what they're doing right now. Respect to them. I thought they were going to implode. They're doing great
they're making
things.
good moves. I don't know, though, if Aaron Rodgers should be the guy because you need to move on to the future. Eventually, you just got to move on. Michael Pittman can't be going to his 20th quarterback going into next year, okay?
Right. Yeah.
Angel, what are you saying? I know we're trying to close out. I know it sounds crazy. I might die. If I say this here on my last words before I say my real speech, I want to say you guys are the GOATs, better than ESPN, but Milton, your hair is better than that.
Okay. That is the biggest compliment from this guy. You would be the one to say, actually, if Dak really wanted to grow his hair, it would look way better than you, Milton. I totally see him saying that. So that's a huge compliment. Thanks, Angel.
Dak, congratulations on not marrying a gold digger. I know she's the mother of your children. But if she wasn't willing to sign the prenup, you're better off not getting married, dog.
That's a conversation. Oh man,
do we want to have it now? We should
have
now.
That's it.
Do we want to do it now?
We could do it now. What's up with that? Huh? I'm for it. If you're
a month before the wedding,
a month before the wedding, he brought it up.
No, I'm pretty sure it's been brought up.
Right, it's been had to.
Yeah.
Okay, a month before the wedding, it just got called off because she wouldn't sign. Is that it? Oh wow.
Also, they have like a
wow.
It's a 3-month-old or 10-month-old. So she just had a baby too, like not long ago. So maybe
a baby.
So like they have 2 kids together. So
damn, man, that's.
I mean, girl, you secured the bag by getting knocked up, but I mean, you really. Why are you asking for more? I mean,
no matter what, exactly. No matter what, you got it. You're good. You got 2 kids. Just sign the prenup. What's wrong with that? It's not even anything negative. It's just in case. Just in case.
For real. Are you with him for him? Or are you with him for what he brings you? It sounds like, girl, you're with him for what he brings you. Emmanuel Arch out here saying shit like, I don't believe in prenups. Prenups are bad for you. You trust somebody, you should just let them trust. No.
Of course he do. Of course. Of
course, Mr. Joy Taylor would say some stupid nonsense like that when he lets her go off and suck off on other dudes to get in higher positions like that. Hell no.
Yeah, what a simp. He just wanted to do all of that and then say, oh, Joy Taylor's great this.
She's a nice lady.
Get out of here, dude. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right.
No. So congratulations, Dak.
Yeah. Shout out to Dak.
You
put your foot down.
You may never get a ring, Dak, but at least you won't get the suffering. And the Lily. There you go. But anyways, guys, tomorrow night, bell to bell. We'll be suffering when we talk about UFC 326. You'll be suffering with us when you hear in the chat. But for Milton, I'm Russell. We are Puro Pinche Sports. We are out.